Hi everyone, just me today, Ant, a therapist, and I'm covering the film Obsession. Everyone's talking about it, everywhere I look, every algorithm, it's absolutely pasted all over. There's fandoms for it. Nikki versus Bear, 8 on IMDb, the highest grossing film under £1 million. Crazy, right? And that's all for horror. I loved it, absolutely loved it straight off the bat, and the reason why I want to cover it is because
Anne, let me in! Why are you doing this without me?
fuck, I thought I'd have a video by myself. Let's get to it. So, Obsession, Shell, what did you think? I mean, I thought it was class. What do you think?
Yeah, I loved it. It was... I don't know what I was expecting, but it was so different to what I was expecting. And it was so different. I think with a lot of movies, I guess, we kind of get stuck in the same cycles of same films being remade and not really anything new. And this, it was really different. The storyline, I thought the acting was really good as well.
Yeah.
And what I liked was it wasn't just the horror that grossed me out. It wasn't the gore. There were other things that grossed me out.
Yeah, like,
When she stood and waited for him all day,
oh yeah. Yep.
and she was covered in vomit, urine, feces, which quite grossed me out.
Yeah, that was a testing. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah. There was some minging moments, weren't there? I mean, the cat lunch, cat sandwich, that was not pleasant, I would say, especially when it's a much loved cat as well.
Yep.
Any cat I don't think would be overly palatable, but especially when it's one you love. But yeah, it was very, very psychological, wasn't it? And I think it was really refreshing, wasn't it? I mean, like I said,
Yeah, no, I agree.
at the start, not much budget was spent on it. I mean, it reminded me of like Paranormal Activity. Do you remember that film when it first come on the scene, when it completely broke, like, before really social media was a massive thing as it is now, and that was done on a really low budget, but just really well done. Like, actors that weren't very well known, which they are obviously now, and just really good direction, good special effects for what the budget could allow for as well. And yeah, I just think this film is going to be talked about for a very, very long time, and it's taken us a while to do it because I saw it pop up everywhere, but I wasn't really fully on the wagon, the Obsession wagon. But I'm really on the wagon now. I thought it was top notch.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, like, I agree with you. Sort of like Blair Witch-esque in some respects, not as in style, but as in they also had a very low budget and they did not expect the kind of success that came along with that. And there were some limitations. I'm pretty sure that I read somewhere that the ending was to do with budget cuts, but the ending of Blair Witch Project I thought was, really, really good, absolutely terrifying. And I think Obsession, it's paving the way for something new, isn't it? It's 8 on IMDb for horror. That's unheard of.
It really is, isn't it? I mean, I can't really think of many comparables at the moment. Even like the top ones, like The Exorcist, last time I checked was 8.2. Might have even decreased over the years. Horrors don't really get much time in the sun, do they, compared to other films like we see at the Oscars as well, don't we? You don't really see many Oscars go to horror films. But yeah, I just thought this was a great story as well. I mean, we both love horror, don't we? And as therapists, we always like to look from a therapist scope. I mean, did anything ring out to you from your therapist hat, your therapist's eye? Anything, any topics, any angles?
I quite liked the how do we describe it? It kind of felt like at times the real Nikki was trying to come through. She was talking to him when she was asleep. Be quiet, I don't want to wake her. Please just kill me. And I think that's what they were trying to show you when she had those moments where she would panic and jump out of her skin. Almost like the real Nikki's shot in scene for a second and panicked because she don't know what she's doing. And I thought that was really good. And I guess just the angle of, if that was your partner and they started acting like that, how terrifying would that be? And you would think they were seriously mentally unwell, wouldn't you?
Oh, definitely. And I think the title's really clever as well, isn't it? Because the word obsession does a lot of lifting, because he's obsessed with her, isn't he? He's obsessed with her, which the whole film unravels from, isn't it? Because his obsession and kind of selfishness that kind of drifts throughout the film really comes to the fore. And obviously possessed Nikki, or freaky Nikki, whatever you want to call her, obviously she's obsessed as well, but that's more due to black magic or voodoo or whatever. But I mean, and
it's not love, is it?
No, it's not. It's not. It's warped. It's very, very warped. I mean,
exactly.
Do you think there was a victim and a villain in this film, or what do you think?
No, I don't think there was necessarily a victim and a villain. Obviously, their friends, spoilers, their friends got killed by Nikki, but that wasn't really her doing that, so she's not really aware of what she's doing. I don't think for a second Baron wanted to harm anyone. I don't think for a second he thought this wish thing would work. So he just wanted to share with her that he was in love with her. I don't think he intended anything to go that wrong, although I guess I was a little bit dubious, because when she was speaking in her sleep, Baron was just like, kill you, because that's better than being with me. So, you know, the selfishness and him thinking about how he felt came up in that moment, not about kind of Nikki being forced to do something she doesn't want to do.
See, I think he was a villain, actually.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think his behaviour was quite repugnant, actually. Yeah, I think he was selfish, quite narcissistic, and controlling. Actually, I think I'd go as far to say I think he was an abuser.
Wow. What, even prior to actually making the wish?
No. I don't think before the wish. I think he was just someone that his whole identity was wrapped up in his love interest. I think he was a lonely fella, but basically.
So at what point, did you see a change, and where did you start to change your opinion and think, nah, this guy is narcissistic and he's an abuser?
I think when he really worked out that it was black magic / voodoo / the magic willow wish thing, I think once he worked that out, and he still chose to have sex with her, and to be with her, and when she was basically crying out in her sleep that was the real Nikki, that she wanted to be saved, and at that point he still was selfish, I think, a bit, and he said, like, why can't you basically love me, when he knew it wasn't really her. And I think the film is also a really good metaphor for abusive relationships and codependency as well. I think it was a really good depiction of that, and obviously in a very warped way. But yeah, I think it's quite disgraceful, actually. yeah. I mean,
I can see that. It's really difficult though, because it really does blur the lines. Like, it's really difficult when you've seen that she's taped the door shut and things like that. But I guess now you mention it, he does make a lot of excuses. Oh no, Nikki's just this. Oh no, Nikki's just that. When really he is hiding some of the things that she's been doing are fucked up, and he's not sharing with people that she's doing that, like cooking the cat, or the fact that she stood there in her own feces and vomit all day. Like, he doesn't say anything about that. He doesn't try to get her any help. No, you're right there. He doesn't try and get her any help. And obviously, if you loved that person, why would you not? Like, the way she's acting is not right. So would you not get her help?
Yeah, it's like, I see it as, if someone's really mentally ill and someone's still that story, and I think he definitely abused her monumentally, because she wasn't really her, and he was using her physically, mentally, emotionally, and I think he was really selfish. And I was again, massive spoiler alert. I was glad that he got his comeuppance in the end, because he should have done it earlier. Really, other people, because others wouldn't have died because of. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but then a part of me feels like at the end that was quite selfish of him, because now she's left on her own to deal with all of this.
That's the only way to break the spell, though, wasn't it?
She had no control over.
Break the spell.
Yeah, she's now going to go to prison and probably rot for the rest of her life.
Well, apparently there may be a sequel, an anthology series, so we may find out Nikki somehow escaped across the border, or what, but maybe she found another magic willow thing and wished it all away, I don't know, but yeah, we'll see. But I think he had to do that. And I'm not saying he concocted all of this, because who's to know that you were gonna, I mean, I'm sure you've made a wish before with a wishbone, or one of those weird floaty white things that people say wish to. I don't got no fucking idea what the name is of them, but yeah, or a birthday wish. Yeah, you don't think he expected it to come true, and I'm sure he didn't either. But I think his actions, behaviours after that is what makes him contemptible, in my view.
Yeah, because he was, to begin with, he was really careful. Like when she was coming on to him, and then she panicked, and he was like, "Whoa, like what?" So I don't know. Yeah, is that him? Do you know? I'm trying to resonate with him, trying to make sure that it is okay, or trying to convince himself that it is okay to go there with her, even though he knows something's not right.
Do you think she was coming on to him?
Yeah, she was, but she wasn't, if that makes sense, because obviously she did, and then she panicked, didn't she? And then she tried to justify, it's just a panic attack, it's just a panic attack. But then, like, he didn't do anything that night, I don't think. But then I think the following day they did, and he was like, I wasn't trying to take advantage. She was like, oh no, I never said you would do that. Is that him trying to resonate, trying to make sure is that him trying to convince himself it's okay, even though deep down he knows something is really not right, and this is not really Nikki?
Yeah, and I think you mentioned earlier about blurred lines, and it does blur a few lines, that film. Like, we don't really know how Nikki really felt about him. I think probably she did see him as a friend, like friends own him. Others think that there was some attraction or liking for him. I mean, again, this is why it's a clever film, because I suppose we won't know until the director says it, or the writer says it, or maybe we'll never know. It's up to us to work that out. But
no. Did you feel like, I mean, I kind of felt like they were sort of insinuating that he would have been better matched with Sarah?
Yeah, I think that's what it was definitely insinuating, wasn't it? And I mean, I guess that's where maybe the one flaw for me came in, that her adulation for him was a bit over the top. Maybe it's just, I suppose, a bit too cliche, but perhaps. I mean, I suppose they forced that one in a bit, and then as we know what happened to her as well, that was very interesting.
Unexpected, yeah, was the word that I guess I wasn't. I did jump. I did jump out of my skin, and then it was quite brutal. No, I mean, I guess there was a part of me that thought, oh, she is going to turn up. But I always do this when I'm watching the horror movies. I think that it's going to happen, but then I still jump out of my skin when it does. So it did make me jump. And then it was really brutal in that short space of time, wasn't it? Because it wasn't just take her out, it was excessive.
It was a mashed face, wasn't it? Yeah, pure actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was coming, so because my TV was blaring because the fans were going because of the heat, I had the sound up really loud, so I turned the sound down because I thought, I know this is going to absolutely be a loud old blast. So thankfully I was right, and I did turn it down, and she did come flying out the window. So that was a brilliant moment, and I'm definitely going to pass it on to others, and hopefully she'll claim a few with that one. But I thought it was really good, really good. And any other topics from a therapist point of view that you noticed?
I guess the only other thing that I thought was a bit strange was that he genuinely seemed really upset about his cat, but didn't really want to bring it up with people, like right at the beginning. Like she's saying, oh, come out, come out. He didn't just say, look, my cat's just died, I'm really not feeling it. He was just like, oh, I've got other things to do. Like, so I guess, you know, what was going on with Baron that meant that he wasn't openly sharing how he felt. He obviously was having some sort of difficulties there. He generally seemed like he was a bit of a on a downer, shall we say, a bit negative. So what, you know, if you're with friends, I don't understand why you wouldn't want to say to your friends, my cat died, because most people, I mean, I don't know about you, but most of my friends, if I told them my cat or dog had died, they would have been so supportive and empathic, because, you know, it's quite common, people love their pets, right?
Yeah, and it's okay to grieve about your pets as well. And yeah, I got the impression he was quite a sad guy, actually, a bit of an odd guy. And I think if he was in front of me in a therapy chair, I think I'd probably detect that there is some loneliness and some isolation, and that he's pinned a lot of hope on Nikki, hasn't he? He's a lot of his hope and infatuation with her is. I mean, we've all been there. Everyone, when you like someone, you daydream about where it could go to, and it seems like he's maybe daydreamed to a point where he saw her in a future in a romantic sense. Cause I know they were friends, but yeah, just obviously couldn't get over the line and tell her how he truly felt, and to devastating consequences, wasn't it?
Yeah. So the message there is share how you feel.
Share how you feel, everyone.
You never know what will happen if you don't.
You might watch this video, or we might create marriages on the back of it, Shell. Hey, people might be watching this right now, and they might confess to their crush. That's what we want to do. That's what got into this business, didn't we?
Oh, that would be amazing. Yeah, let's have an off the couch wedding.
Yes. True aspirations. But yeah, we'd love to hear what everyone else thoughts. We know there's lots of fans out there that love this film, and we want to jump on the bandwagon and join your fandom, don't we, Shell? And we'd love to hear some of your comments.
Yep.
I mean, as therapists, do we get it right? Do you agree with what we said? Have we missed any angle, any therapeutic angle you can see that maybe we can come back to even? Yeah, please drop your comments below, and we'd love to hear them, won't we, Shell? And yeah,
we would.
Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.